What is up, guys? Welcome to another epic tutorial here at Poly Academy Tutorials. Today we're going to be playing with some balls. Metaballs to be precise. Technically what I've got here, if I turn that off, is 4 primitive balls, different scales and different positions. And I've got them as a child inside a null, inside a metaball object. Basically what metaball is it's an elasticated, continually updating live skin that wraps itself around any splines or objects you have in the editor. Check this out. It stretches and plops off blobs. You can create really cool some blob features here inside the editor, which is really cool to play around with if you like playing with balls. Okay, let's start fresh so I can show you what's happening. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some spheres, duplicate them by holding Control and then dragging out from one of these axes lines. Do that again, again, and again. Okay, now we're going to change the scale of these just to vary things up a bit. Also makes it more fun. Makes it easier to see what's happening inside the metaball. You can tell the different objects. Make that one really big. Be the main one. Make this a little bit smaller as well. What's happening there? Let's drag this up a bit. And this needs to be the smallest. Let's drag that on top of this one. Here's a little friend. Epic. Okay, let's join these together. Snug. And this one could be at the bottom, so no one likes them. Cool. I'll just shift, click on the top one, shift, click on the last one, and then hit Alt G. And this places everything into a null, which is basically like a group. We want to head over to this tag array tag here, and then select metaball. Then you want to drag your null into the metaball and make sure your null is now a child of the metaball object. What we have here is this random shape. If you select metaball, what we have here is the hull. The hull is basically this net that encompasses itself around your objects. Look at that. And now your editor subdivision is how many times this is subdivided to create this shape. Obviously, the larger the subdivision, the less polygons you're going to get, and the smaller the subdivision, the slower your computer's going to get, as there's going to be many more facets and polygons, which make sure that your render looks really complete. Obviously, the lower the number, the slower your machine's going to get, as it has to generate all of these faces. For safety's sake, let's just stick to about 30. And as you can see here, we have a renderer subdivision. If we render this, we're not going to see those 5 subdivisions. This is still inside the editor. If you change this to about 1 centimeter, we're going to get really fine, smooth edges, especially with this font tag here, if we render it out. Alright, as we can see with this renderer subdivision set to 1, we get really smooth, really refined objects here, as opposed to the jagged edges that we can still see here. So, as I said, if we want to move these around, there's still editable, live editable, and you can plop up and down as it. If you look here, it squeezes and stretches and let's go. It's always continually moving, which is really cool. This is also really helpful if you want to make some primitive objects and create something really quickly. If you need to model something super quickly, helps a lot with that, as well as you can always change the low poly subdivisions inside your null object to create a smooth, refined hull. And that's all we have time for today at Poly Academy Tutorials. Thanks again for watching. See you again soon.